much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Happy Tuesday night. Welcome to the program. My name is Doc Watkins. I'll be your host. I'm joined by Brandon Guerra on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass. My special guest tonight is guitarist, singer, and songwriter, San Antonio's own Garrett T Capps. We'll get to some music in just a minute, but first, let's have a look at the JazzTexas news. According to CNN, dozens of Amazon's own products have been reported as dangerous, melting, exploding, or even bursting into flames. Many are still on the market, so if you have children, do not let them purchase Amazon's popular toy, Blockaroo's Flammable Deadly Western Wildfire Inferno. A former engineer at Apple says that he helped the U.S. government build a top-secret iPod. This top-secret iPod was equipped with incredible features, the most impressive of which was that it would never allow you to play any song by Keith Urban. Will Smith recently announced that the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is coming back to NBC. In this new modern update of the show, the Fresh Prince will be arrested and cuffed outside his mansion by police for no valid reason. Meanwhile, Jaleel White, who starred in Family Matters, announced that he's available to dress up as Urkel for your next birthday party or bar mitzvah. And finally, in sports, Chicago Cubs right-hander Alec Mills tossed a no-hitter against the Milwaukee Brewers. Coincidentally, no-hitter is also the term used to describe every single player on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that's it for the JazzTexas News. Before we get to the music, I'd like to offer everybody a toast. Thank you for tuning in, especially those of you who have ordered from us curbside and delivery. Our bar and our kitchen are now open 5 nights a week, so I hope you can enjoy dinner and drinks with us. So here's to everybody for tuning in. Here's to many more years of JazzTexas music, friends, food, drinks, and fellowship. Cheers, y'all. Happy Tuesday. We'd like to start out with a nice little swing and blues tune. We're going to let Brandon and Mike kick things off. There's a little blues and F to get things rolling for the week. Hope you enjoy. That's Mike Porter on the bass. Brandon Guerra on the drums. That's a little blues and F to start things out. We want to give a big shout out to our production crew. On the audio production, that's Caitlin Hill. And on the video production, you know him, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Science.
Science!
With Wizard Broadcasting. Also, we'd like to thank KRTU, our media sponsor, 91.7, the greatest jazz radio station on the planet. Make sure and tune in to KRTU on your way to work in the morning, on your way home from work in the evening. KRTU, guys, thank you so much for being our partner during these times. It's an honor. Also, we have a new online course. You may have heard about it. It's called Conversational Jazz. If you're wondering, how can I learn to play jazz during the quarantine? Well, we've got the answers right here for you. We're going to teach you in 8 weeks or less, or you get a free turkey leg come Thanksgiving time. And unlike other sources out there today, JazzTexas is a source you can trust for the right way to learn to play jazz. So we hope that you'll check it out. It's Doc Watkins. I've never had to say .doc before. It's really hard. You should try it at home, boys and girls. Learn.docwatkins.com for the conversational jazz course. We hope you'll check it out. And moving along with the music, we'd like to do an old New Orleans tune. This is one of our favorites called the St. James Infirmary. St. James Infirmary. Thank you very much, everybody. Welcome to the Doc Watkins Show. Thank you for tuning in. My special guest this evening is a native of San Antonio, Texas. He's a guitarist, singer, songwriter, band leader. He's also one of the owners of the local honky-tonk, the Lonesome Rose. His name is Garrett T Capps. He's got a brand new album out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Garrett T Capps to the program. Garrett, welcome.
Hello.
How you doing?
Very good on this wonderful Tuesday night.
Thank you for coming out to the show tonight.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
First time here playing at JazzTexas. You've been here before, but we've never played together on this stage before.
This is true. This is true. I have never played on this stage before.
So, Garrett, I want to ask you a question because you have a new album out, and I found on your website the following description, and we'd like you to comment on it if you don't mind. It says, the new album is called All Right, All Night. It says, All Right, All Night is a journey through Texas on a spaceship that launches from San Antone, explains Garrett T Capps. I am the captain from the recent and distant past, the present, and into the future. The songs on this record uniquely display my emotions and encounters throughout my life. I believe this album will withstand the test of time, and the songs will resonate with the human spirit. It will make you want to dance as well. The album, released at the end of 2019, kicks off with the title track, a propulsive mix of classic country sensibilities, atmospheric Americana, and conflations about the intense mysteries of dreams and journeys into the subconscious. All Right, All Night is the second album installment of the In the Shadows trilogy. Viva. How did you come up with NASA Country?
Basically, I have a friend in town that makes like soundscapes, and we were collaborating, and we decided to form a country band that included the soundscapes and push some boundaries and see what happens.
What kind of soundscapes?
You know, like a Brian Eno kind of stuff, like floating in space, or a tone bathing kind of stuff.
Have you ever seen that done in country music before?
I mean, the cosmic cowboy trend has always kind of been around. It comes and goes, but I think my friend Justin Boyd, who is in NASA Country, the guy that does the synth noises, he is definitely like really into experimental music. So it isn't just some like trendy cosmic cowboy thing.
Yeah.
It's full-blown synth experimentation.
So you call your music, or you call that band NASA Country.
Correct.
Did you invent that term, NASA Country?
Possibly. I'm not really sure how it happened, to be honest.
What's the name of the band?
The name of the band is NASA Country.
NASA Country, because how many bands do you have?
I have a few bands.
You're like me, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Inventing
But I mean,
bands.
this year, NASA Country has basically been the only band that I've worked with because it's all local guys, and we are all stuck in San Antonio.
And you guys took this band overseas last year, right?
Correct.
How did that go?
It was awesome. It was a year ago, like probably 1 year ago today, we were driving through France on the way to Spain.
With NASA Country.
With NASA Country.
Did the Europeans know what to do with this style of music?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they especially in the Netherlands. The Netherlands, that's my bread and butter. I've been there.
Yeah, me too. You know, all the guys say that.
I've been there 3 times. That was the second time a year ago. And the Netherlands, they've been fascinated, and like Sweden and certain parts of Europe, from what I have experienced, or have been really fascinated with people like Doug Somm or Townes Van Zandt, or just like Americana music. It's just like there are these pockets of the world that are just like obsessed.
Yeah.
And they latched on, the fans out there latched on to my album In the Shadows again, and saw it as like the next thing, the next phase of country music.
For people tuning in that have never heard of Doug Somm, how would you describe him?
Doug Somm is the ultimate cosmic groover, son of San Antonio.
Yeah. He was like Willie Nelson before Willie Nelson in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think Doug Somm he didn't invent, he invited Willie Nelson to
Yeah.
And then Willie Nelson took over and Doug Somm got upset.
Yeah, yeah. As a side note, if you've never checked out Doug Sahm, it's his last name is Sahm.
Correct.
Right? That's the spelling. Check him out. Local San Antonio guy, one of the unsung heroes of Texas music, and still some of his bandmates are still out there. And actually, Augie Myers, who was in Doug's band, recorded with you in my backyard sauna last summer.
Correct.
We did a track, and you just told me a few minutes ago that track just hit on Spotify on a big editorial playlist that we recorded in the shed with the drums in the sauna. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what's going to happen when you capture the vibe. We were in the sauna shed, sweating. The Tex Maniacs and Augie had just gotten back from some like festival in Canada, and it was a Sunday afternoon. It was absolutely San Antonio to the bone. We were, and I think about it quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. The energy and all that was there. I released that in April. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but because we needed some fun music, I needed to release it somehow. So put it online during the lockdown, and it's been floating around in the algorithmic musical
In the
realm.
Cosmo, in the cosmic,
Yeah.
the cosmic country spaces. What's the name of the song?
Goodbye San Antonio, hello Amsterdam.
And you can find that. You can find our shed recording with the drums in the sauna and Garrett sweating his tail off right outside the sauna, singing the lyrics. That's on YouTube. But then you guys also put it on Spotify and iTunes, and
Yeah.
it's all over. So check it out.
It's on the web.
Well, that was the last time you and I worked together, and we're going to work together again right now. So let's play some music.
Yeah.
What do you want to play?
I don't know a whole lot of cover songs, so I think one cover song that I do know is by one of my favorite songwriters, Warren Zevon. The song is Carmelita. Some people might know it from a version Dwight Yoakam made famous that has Flaco Jimenez on it. It's a beautiful song about a drug addict in Los Angeles.
Take it away. We'll follow you.
I hear mariachi static on the radio, and the tubes that glow in the dark. And I'm there with her in Ensenada, but I'm here in Echo Park. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm slipping down. And I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Well, I'm sitting here playing solitaire with my pearl-handled deck, and the county won't give me no more methadone, and they took away your welfare check. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm sinking down. And I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Wait. Well, I pawned my Smith & Wesson, and I went to see my man. He hangs out down on Alvarado Street by the Pioneer Chicken Stand. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm sinking down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. Carmelita, hold me tighter, I think I'm slipping down, and I'm all strung out on heroin on the outskirts of town. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you.
That's Carmelita. Who wrote that tune again? It wasn't Dwight, was it?
Warren Zevon.
Warren Zevon. So I'd love to know what you're up to and what we can expect, because I know that you don't stay still and you're always working on something. And the reason I know that is because those Shed sauna sessions last summer, we recorded a bunch of tunes to analog reel-to-reel tape, and I'd been storing them in my office ever since. And you called me the other day, said, hey, can I come get those tapes? I'm ready for them. So what's coming?
All sorts of projects. I spent most of this year recording, and I don't know when all that stuff's going to come out, but I got a lot of recordings.
You got a lot. And where can we find your, do you have a website per chance?
I have a website, GarrettTCapps.com. Not to be confused with GarrettTZaps.com.
Also, not to be confused with GarrettTCapps.com, which is owned by Jeff Davis, who buys up any websites that have 4 letters in a row. Garrett,
You just do 4, a whole bunch on your phone.
Don't put in the 4 T's. You'll find something else. But that is 3 T's, right? It's not a typo, because
3 T's.
It's Garrett with 2 T's and then
That's
the
it.
middle initial, and you didn't decide to align them together or take the easy way out. You put it all up there, just like a real man.
Yeah, totally. Just confuse people.
So check it out, Garrett well, Gary TTT, Gary with an E, TTTCapps.com. 2
Yes,
P's on the.
totally.
Lots of MISSSIPPI is the formula you can use for this website. Anyway.
But yeah, been recording a bunch, laying low. The bar that I own, the Lonesome Rose, is we opened our backyard on Saturday.
How's that going?
It's going good. It's outdoor fun. The weather is starting to get better.
And you guys have a stage out there in the patio?
We haven't had live music out there yet, ever, but we are hoping to. We're just going to kind of take it easy and see how it goes the next few weeks, and then we're going to start integrating some live music.
You going to be playing out there?
I might be.
Just possibly.
We'll see.
Depends
We'll see.
on the weather. If it's hot enough, you'll
Yeah.
play, right?
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Garrett, thank you for being on the program,
Thanks,
my
Doc.
friend. We'll
Thanks,
see you soon,
y'all.
okay? That's
See you
Garrett T
soon.
Capps, everybody. Check him out. GarrettTCapps.com. Got lots more music coming your way and lots of albums in the last couple of years that he's recorded. Thank you, Garrett. We're going to do another New Orleans song for you now. We're going to slow things down a little bit, do a beautiful tune called Do You Know What It Means to Miss New Orleans? Mike Porter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? We'd like to do an old Frank Sinatra tune for you now, a great old American songbook classic called Pennies from Heaven. as pennies from heaven. Mike Porter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time in the program. You're stuck in your homes, wondering what to do, trying to play board games and find other fun activities to do, like watching TikTok videos of puppies and kittens and uniforms, and now we've got sports going on, but who cares, right? So we've decided to get you covered here at JazzTexas, and we invented our own unique board game, which you can play with right along from the comfort of your own living room. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's play the board game. By now, you know how the board game works. We pick two famous people, both of whom are boring. We compare and contrast them a little bit, and then at the end of the game, I get to decide who's the biggest bore. So, tonight on the board game, who's more boring, Larry King or King Louis XIV? Well, on the one hand, Larry King is a television and radio host known for having 2 Peabodys, 1 Emmy, and 8 ex-wives. Larry King was born Lawrence Harvey Zeiger, but changed his last name to King in honor of his favorite civil rights hero, Don King. When living in Miami, Larry worked as a sports analyst for the Miami Dolphins. However, he ended up getting fired because people tuning into the game didn't enjoy watching him take phone calls from viewers. During an interview with Marlon Brando, Larry King kissed him on the lips, something Brando has in common with all 7 of Larry's wives. In 1958, Larry King got into a fender bender with JFK. Who knew that Larry King and Lee Harvey Oswald both hit JFK's vehicle? Coincidence? You decide. In a recent documentary, Larry King says he lost his virginity at age 13 to a married woman while working as a busboy at a resort. Apparently, the woman had the hots for guys with bad posture, wearing bow ties and suspenders. Well, on the other hand, Louis XIV was king of France for over 72 years, making his reign the longest recorded of any king in history. Louis XIV was known as the Sun King and the Great King, while Larry King is also known as that creepy old dude on CNN who does infomercials. King Louis XIV fathered more than a dozen illegitimate children with a number of mistresses and ended up marrying his first cousin. Larry King has 5 children, has been married 8 times to 7 different women, and was accused by his most recent wife of having an affair with his sister-in-law. Good times. King Louis XIV died just 4 days short of his 77th birthday. Even though at age 86, Larry King is technically still alive, most observers agree that he looks like he's been dead since 1977. Well, that's a tough call, ladies and gentlemen, but if you had to decide who bores you the most, Larry King or King Louis XIV, the correct answer is Larry King. Thanks for playing the board game. We're going to bring you a little Fats Waller now. This is a tune written about 100 years ago entitled Honeysuckle Rose, which incidentally happens to be the name of Willie Nelson's tour bus. Hope you enjoy. Honeysuckle Rose by Fat Swaller. We've got time for just one more tune this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We want to remind you that we'll be back on Friday and Saturday night, live streaming at 8 p.m. Texas time. On Friday night, our special guest is acclaimed vocalist Spencer Day. And Saturday night, the great Alfonso Horn on the trumpet, a member of Sammy Miller and the Congregation, as well as Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra, the Count Basie Orchestra, and many others. We've got a great weekend of music in store for you, so make sure and tune in Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. We like to close out with an old tune by George Gershwin entitled Summertime. Carter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. That's Summertime by George Gershwin. Thank you once again for tuning in this evening. Again, thank you to our media sponsor, KRTU 91.7. Thank you to Caitlin Hill on the audio, Chris Science with Wizard Broadcasting on the video production. Tune in on Friday night for Spencer Day, our special guest, and more great music with Mike and Brandon. We'll see you then. Good night.